Hello. Hi, Mary. How are you? I'm Michael. I'm a PA here. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm
So
good.
it says on your chart you came in here hoping to speak about weight loss management.
Yeah, so as you can see, I'm slightly, overweight for my height. So yeah, I wanted to try and lose, 60 pounds in the next 6 months. I think it's totally possible. I'm really dedicated, so I think I can do
That's
it.
good. How did you come up with 60 pounds as your goal?
I don't know. I've just been watching a lot of TV and stuff, and they just they're like, you can lose this woman lost 45 pounds in 2 weeks. So I'm like, oh, I could do 60 pounds in 6 months. That's totally
So
possible.
you want to do 60 pounds, 6 months.
Yeah.
So we could talk about possibilities and different interventions that we can work together and figure out for you. It says, Mrs. Jones, that you have a past medical history of hypertension and type 2 diabetes.
Yeah, I do.
How long have you had that for, if you don't mind?
So I think it's just been a while. I don't remember exactly. Yeah.
Okay. It says you came to the office 6 months ago, and your hemoglobin A1C, which is a monitoring tool for your diabetes, was stable at the time. And so was your blood pressure. So I would like to redo those tests, and I want to make sure your diabetes is stable and your hypertension is under control before we speak about different interventions. But that is going to take some time. So before we move forward with that, I want to elaborate about some different options for you.
Okay.
Now, for your diabetes, depending whether or not I'm happy with the test results, there are options, medication options, where weight loss is one of the beneficial side effects of the drugs. So not only do you have diabetes control, but you also have weight loss. So those are options for you.
Okay, so actually, that you speak of medications, I don't know if you looked at my chart or anything, but I actually am on the drug metformin or something.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I'm on that, and then I'm on some other drug for, my hypertension. So I'm already kind of on the drugs. Do you think that you'd probably just have to tweak them and stuff?
Yeah, well, metformin, based on studies, is more weight neutral. So it compared to other drugs, it's not going to give you as much weight loss compared to other options that we could offer you. However, it is the standard in treatment for diabetes. So if your A1C was normal and under control, I'm not sure that I would want to tweak your regimen yet, but we could talk about alternatives. And what is your diet like, and what is your normal exercise routine, if you don't mind sharing?
Well, I don't know. I kind of feel a little conscious about exercising and stuff, and I don't know. I have kids, and it's just really hard for me to fit it into my schedule. So that's kind of hard. And I don't know. I tried a gym membership, and it just didn't work. I just I just didn't feel like going. And I guess my diet's okay. For breakfast, I have some low-fat sausage, and I get a breakfast sandwich from Wawa. For lunch, I try and have a wrap with some meat, turkey and cheese and things like that. And for dinner, I have roasted chicken and rice and things like that. So I feel I'm have a pretty good diet.
Good.
Yeah.
So if you had to think about how many hours a week you exercise, can you elaborate about that for me?
Probably not that much. I've just tried walking and stuff like that. So maybe 15 to 20 minutes of just walking. So nothing.
15 to 20 minutes a day you walk? Or how
no,
often?
Probably maybe twice a week.
Twice a week. Do you work?
Yeah, I work.
What do you do for work?
I'm actually a photographer.
Okay. So
So
do
I
you move
do,
around a lot for that?
Yeah, I do, but since my kids I'm kind of taking care of my kids right now, so a lot of the week has kind of been from pregnancy and stuff like that. So it's just kind of the photography thing right now. I just kind of put it to the side for a little while, so I haven't really been doing it. But normally when I am, I'm a little more active than I am now.
Okay. So I think number one, the foundation for weight loss is going to be exercise, movement, and that is going to help not only with weight loss, but with your overall health picture. Moving your body, getting the blood flow to your legs, it'll be healthy and it'll decrease your blood pressure and help your diabetes. So I think number one should be incorporating exercise. I recommend 150 minutes approximately
That's
a
lot
week.
of time.
Well, that's something that we want to build up to eventually. That's not something that you have to do tomorrow.
I don't think you can do that.
Yeah, exactly. So we're not gonna try to get too crazy right away, but I want you to know that's the standard of what I hope together we can work towards. And I don't know if it takes 6 months, if it takes a year, that's okay.
A year? No, that's going to take too long.
Well, I mean, it's really based on what you want, but you have to.
What I want is to lose weight.
Yeah, we're gonna get there, but I want to make sure that you can lose weight in a healthy way and that you can manage your exercise routine, whatever that is, in a healthy way. And a lot of that takes time and scheduling, so we're going to work with that.
And for exercise, just to kind of go off of that, I don't really know too much about exercise, but does it always involve going to a gym? Because that really I kind of hate working out. It's just not fun.
Yeah, no, it
Some
doesn't.
people just love working out, and I'm no.
No, that's fine. Even walking is
walking okay
walking's great. So if you want to walk, if you want to go on YouTube and look up a dancing video and dance, I don't know if you
awesome.
like to dance, so you can
I'm
do
sure my kids would
online.
love
I'm sure
that
you could
too.
do free Zumba on YouTube.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, or you could just chase your kids around, log those
I already
minutes.
do that.
Yeah, I already do that, so don't forget to log that. So yeah, we can. I think if you don't like the gym, walking. Do you live in a safe neighborhood?
Yeah, I live in a closed off neighborhood. I make sure to live in somewhere where my kids can go out and play.
Good. So maybe walk around the neighborhood every day, trying to build up to maybe 30 minutes a day. And then I always say if you're out and about, instead of trying to take the elevator, maybe walk the stairs. If you can walk instead of taking a taxi wherever you are, just try to move as much as possible. In terms of your diet, with your hypertension, the goal is to reduce the amount of salt intake that you eat every day. So you really want to make sure you don't eat processed foods. You look at the label and make sure things aren't high in sodium. I recommend always drinking a lot of water, because if you regulate what you drink, such as preventing drinking soda and a lot of these sugary drinks, which have a lot of sugar, which isn't good for your diabetes, and a lot of these drinks also are high in sodium. So if you try to just drink water as your main source as hydration, that will really help.
Yeah, so in terms of diet, I actually tried Jenny Craig for a little while, but it just didn't work. And I ate the food and things like that, and it was working, but once I stopped, I just gained it all back. So that was just kind of frustrating.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's other diets that I could do, or
Yeah. Another evidence-based diet is called Weight Watchers. I'm not sure. Have you heard of that before?
I have. Yeah, I've seen the commercials and stuff. They all kind of look the same though.
Yeah, if you'd be open to trying that, that's another great option. There's proven evidence that those work. I think that's a great way to monitor what you eat. The only caveat is that it costs money, and it can get a little pricey, but it's it's a sacrifice and it's an investment in your health. So
That's
I think
true.
it's good.
Are there any other like websites or anything that I could like use like to help like make better food choices? Especially like for my kids and things like that. I want to make sure they're eating healthy too. So I want to be like a good role model for them.
Yeah, there's various websites that you can use. I always use personally CNN Health. Has great articles. But yeah, you can Google really, and there's a variety of healthy, news articles and recommendations. The Health, Food, and Drug Administration always post articles and stuff like that. On your way out, I have pamphlets of resources that I'll hand to you. Maybe you wouldn't want to use CNN, but there's a bunch of other ones that you would be able to use.
Okay, that
sounds
good.
Looking at your chart, your BMI, which is a measure of your body mass index, which is a comparison of pretty much your weight and a goal for where we want your weight to be. So at your height, at 5'6", we would hope that your weight is within around 100 to 110 pounds. I think that's a good goal for us. Currently, you're at...
That's a lot of weight.
Yeah, well, currently, so that is what we call at least in our chart, like normal. I guess that's a poor term to use, but I think the goal for you has to be slow and steady, slow steps. Let's get exercise into the picture. Let's get you on Weight Watchers. Let's get your labs for your diabetes. Let's get your labs and check your blood pressure. See if we need to alter any of these medications. And then we can move forward in getting you back to the weight that you want. And I think it's a domino effect. Once you start making the right decisions and doing the right things and exercising, that only builds on itself and things will get easier from there. So, do you have any questions about anything?
No, I think that's a good start. I know it's really difficult for me to kind of, take this step, but I know that I need to. So.
Yeah, well, I'm here for you if you need anything, and you could always email me and ask questions, and I'm always here for you. And we're going to work on a plan, and we're going to get you fit and happy, and everything's going to be good.
Sounds good.
Okay?
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you, too.